What's up? It's your boy Poker Face from the IE, also known as Versace Chris. And something very disturbing has happened in Las Vegas. And what's going on is there's a company, an entity claiming to be affiliated with Iheart. Okay? And they put something on it. I saw it on Instagram. And it was saying Las Vegas artists, come in, audition for the be an opening act in the Iheart radio festival. When that festival is in September, I think September 9th and 10th, featuring Mariah Carey, Cool J, Lil Wayne, Glorilla, and a few other artists. So this advertisement saying Las Vegas artists, singers, dancers, like whatever your talent may be, come on down and audition. So it's been a long time since I've auditioned for anything. But I said, you know what? I perform everywhere but Las Vegas. I'm not willing to dress in an Elvis costume. I'm not willing to dress up like Michael Jackson. I'm not willing to dress up like Sammy Davis Jr. and cover songs and whatnot. And I'm not quite at the level of Drake, Janet Jackson, Lil Wayne. If you're not any of those three things, then you do not perform in Vegas, even though I do live here at the time of this recording. So what I said, you know what? Everybody always asks me, hey, Versace Chris, when are you performing in Vegas? Man, when are you performing in Vegas? I'm like, well, I'm performing in Dominican Republic. If you want to, go there, I could try to, help you with the resort, talk to the people at the resort. They can hook you up. Or if you want to, I'm in Italy, or I'm in Houston, or I'm in California, any of these places that I'm doing. If you want to, or Hawaii. If you want to go, it's going to be a ticket. It's going to be a flight. It's not going to be super convenient. So people always ask me, all my people in Las Vegas, when are you going to be here? When are you going to do a show here? So when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I want to be able to do a show here. So I don't mind going to an audition because they don't really know me here in my hometown. It's not really my hometown. San Bernardino, IE, is my, California is my hometown, but this is where I live. So I said, okay, I'm going to go to the audition. So I go to the audition. As you know, I've opened up from the best to the best in Europe. And I was like, okay, this should be nothing. So I go down to so I register. You have to register for the audition. It looks very professional. They almost got me. Okay. Looks very professional. They have a registration where you go in, you register, you put your email, your phone number, your stage name, your real name, and and you register. Then it was Saturday, which was that the 9th? I think it was Saturday the 9th that they had the actual audition. So it was at the Plaza Hotel in Vegas. So I go there. I asked, hey, where's the Iheart Radio Festival auditions? They said on the 3rd floor. On the 3rd floor. And I'm like, okay, cool. I go up to the 3rd floor. Elevator opens, and it's about 70 people in line. I'm like, whoa, because they kept sending me text reminders. Hey, your audition is at 12 o'clock sharp. Be there at 12 o'clock sharp. I was there at 11:25, 11:30. If you booked me, if you've ever dealt with me professionally, you know that I'm always early. I'm always on time. You may not think I'm in the building, but I'm in the building somewhere. So I'm in there. I see 60 people, 60, 70 people already lined up. I don't try to be like, oh, I'm Versace Chris, I'm this, I'm that. I'm wearing almost the whole jewelry box. I go to the line, I'm chilling. I'm not there to audition, I'm there to perform. That's how I do. So I'm sitting in the line, and I see people that are dressed in hoodies, dressed in whatever they was wearing that day. there was one other girl that was dressed there to perform, you know, and she was in all white, and everybody else was like, there was some people that were trying to dress up for it, but not a lot. So the line at about 11:45, 11:50, the line starts moving. So they start doing the auditions. This lady came out who, I don't know if she was, but she was dressed like a prostitute. She had a letter. And that letter, she was waving that letter around. Yeah, I did my thing. I'm like, okay, shoot, she's doing her thing. Cool. I have no problem with that. Do your thing, girl. Shoot. Change your life. So then a dude comes out with a guitar. He's waving around an envelope. I'm like, cool. So then now it's moving up. People coming by, they got them envelopes. They doing their thing. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We get up to the front of the line. They tell me, okay, we need 2 more people. So I go into the audition hall. Now, when I go into the audition hall, there's 4 tables. There's one directly across from the door. There's one on the left, right? There's one on the left side, and there's one on the right side, and then there's one there. So it's 4 spots, straight ahead, here, and right adjacent to the door. So the dude came in, he said, yeah, go ahead and line up right behind Shorty. Now, that kind of confused me because there was the girl in the white that I was referring to before that was really dressed up, hair done, makeup done, the outfit doing her thing, look like she's there to perform. There was her. She could be Shorty because, you know, sometimes, you know, in certain parts of the country, they say, hey, girl is Shorty. Okay. Sometimes they say a baby is Shorty. Then there was this short dude that was rapping for the other judge, and he was rapping horribly. So I was thinking, damn, you know, he ruining the vibe at this table. Let me go ahead and go to the other table behind old girl. So as I make that decision and I roll up, the girl turns around and she's like this. And she walks past me. No envelope. I'm like, if they were going to give it, if anybody looked like they need to be on stage with Mariah Carey, Lil Wayne, it was me and that girl. She didn't get an envelope. So I go up to the table. The lady says, hey, how are you? I said, hey. She said, your name? I said, Versace Chris. She looked at me on the list. Boom, she found me because I had checked in. You checked in when you were in the line. So she said, okay, so what are you doing for me today? I said, I'm going to sing with an A. She started laughing. I started laughing. And she said, well, go ahead. So I go into my song, I Don't Have to Like You to Love You, a cappella. Because there was no DJ, there was no sound system. You had to do what you had to do a cappella, or if you had your little phone or whatnot. But I thought that would be more of a distraction than not. So I go into it. First verse, hook. They were supposed to give you just 60 seconds for your audition. The piece that I had prepared was like 1:45 seconds. And she allowed me to do the whole thing. She didn't interrupt me at once. I hit every note. I killed it. I performed. I was doing my thing. I was performing. I was smiling. I was doing the whole thing. All right. She said, all right. That was cool. That was cool. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm like looking like, you know, like that one dude when he was looking at Diddy, the dude with the hair, like Odell Beckham Jr., right? And he was looking at Diddy like and he was like, and they were looking at each other, staring at each other. It was kind of like that. So I was like, damn, you know, like, where's my envelope? She didn't give me an envelope. So I walked around, had the same look on my face like the girl before me. I was like, dang, you know, I did my thing. I'm an international artist. I'm not tripping. I was like, if they didn't want me, then I don't know what they want. So I walk out, I go to the elevator, I go down to the floor, I go outside. There's this older man, gray hair, everything, had a little bitty hat, like Wimpy from Popeye, but it was black. He had a black shirt buttoned down, short sleeve with white stars on it. He had a black matching jeans or pants and black like penny loafers. And he got a damn envelope. So now I'm really pissed, right? So I get in the car. I call my people. I'm like, man, I went there. They didn't give me no envelope. They was giving everybody an envelope. They didn't give me no envelope. So then I got home. I saw a dude that I knew inside, right? So I hit him up, was like, hey, man, did you get an envelope? He said, yeah, I got an envelope. I was like, yeah, man, what was in the envelope? He said, steps to the next phase was in the envelope. Like, that means you graduate to the next phase. I was like, damn, I didn't get that. I was like, do I got to evaluate life? You know what I'm saying? Because I killed. But I was like, whatever. So when he told me that it was an acceptance envelope and it was, that, I told my people, I told management, I told my folks, I was like, yeah, apparently it was an acceptance letter. So obviously I didn't get accepted. Well, here's where the problem is. Here's where the scam alarm came on. I forgot all about it. I was like, okay, cool. It's no problem. I'm going to Europe anyway. No problem, right? So I get a text message. Versace Chris, you've been accepted to go to the finals, to be a finalist. And I'm like, yeah, I knew I killed. So I was like excited because now I'm going to perform for my people. It don't matter if I get paid or not, as long as I can perform for my people because they've really been supportive. So I was like, cool, I'll go and perform for free. If that was the case, I'll perform at the thing for free. A lot of notoriety, a lot of exposure, and then my family and friends can come see me perform in Vegas, actually. So I go, cool. They say, click the link when you're ready. So I clicked the link when I got home. And here's what's up. What they want you to do is they want you to sell 20 tickets, right? At $20 a piece. Not a problem. I make one post on Instagram, one post on YouTube, one post, and those tickets are gone 10 minutes, right? No problem. But they wanted me to sell my fans tickets for $20 to watch me perform for 5 minutes. Now, if they would have said, hey, 30 minutes, even 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a dollar per minute. If they would have said, hey, we want you to perform a 20-minute show, 30-minute show to know that you have the material to go up there with Mariah and all those, and all those people up there and do their thing, I would have been like, cool. But to have my people fly in from different states, drive in from different states for a 5-minute show after they spent $20, that made no sense to me. Then they have another audition thing in San Diego. They said you could go to both auditions if you want, like both finalists, if you want to finals, even though I didn't even compete or audition in San Diego. You could go to both events, but you have to pay $20, the $20 tickets for $20. Well, 20 tickets, $20, right? So I'm like, which is $400 altogether, for all you have already done the math, right? So if I want to go to the San Diego one, which is in California, a lot of my people could just drive on down. So we're only San Bernardino, California is only 90 miles north of San Diego. Have my people come down and do that show, but I have to sell $400 worth of tickets for that show, which is on the 24th of August. And then I have to sell $400 worth of tickets to the 23rd show here. Right? So that's like, if you go to the 23rd show and you don't do well, you can go to the 24th show, but you gotta, sell $400 worth more tickets. I've been doing this a long time. I know what pay to perform looks like. When I was first starting as an artist, I did it. I've done it. I did it and I've done it. I've set up pay for perform venues and events, and I have done pay to perform events when I was, just starting out. So they're saying, gotta sell $400 worth of tickets to perform for 5 minutes. That is maximum 2 songs. 2 songs and hey, my name is Versace Chris. But no, that's not the super scam part. Because if I go to the finals, right? If I go to the finals and I win, which I'm capable of doing, then I get to perform with Mariah and them at Iheart, right? At the Iheart Festival, September 20th. That's a whole month. Well, September 9th and 10th. That's like 3 weeks to get ready for that show. Now I'm in, right? No. So it said, if you had any other questions, text this person. So I texted the person who was answering questions. And they said that the winner or winners of the event on 23rd, the finalist event on 23rd of August, will not go to the Iheart Music Festival, even though they're using Iheart's name, even though they're auditioning as Iheart Radio. And the Iheart Festival is here in Vegas. So even though they're doing that, they are not sending you to the Iheart Music Festival to perform if you win all this crap after selling these tickets and having your people come to watch you for 5 minutes. I'm international. My fan base is not Las Vegas. I have people fly in from Italy to Dominican Republic. It's not that for 5 minutes. If they say, look, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I could, no problem. Let's do it. Let's run it. 5 minutes, 2 songs, and a greeting, and an all right, guys, love you. That's it. So they're not even sending you to the Iheart Festival that they advertised that they were going to send us to. And everybody watching this video that was at that audition, that's why I made this video, so you do not give them your money. You do not buy the tickets for the 5-minute show. You do not go out and try to sell the tickets for a 5-minute show unless you live in Vegas and that's what you want to do. But I want to let you know, you will not get on that Iheart stage. I don't care who you beat, how good you sing, how good you do whatever you do. You're not getting on that stage. And they're under the false pretense that was going to happen. Now, if this was a finals thing and I was going on that stage, oh yeah, I'll do the $20 tickets. I'll do this. That was the deal breaker. The $20 tickets weren't. The 5-minute show wasn't a deal breaker. I would have done it. I mean, there's enough people that be like, Versace Chris, if you ever performing in Las Vegas, we want to come. Okay, it's a 5-minute show. It's $20. They're going to be like, cool, because we don't know when we're going to see you here again. I can do it. But the thing was, I'm not going to be performing on that stage. I don't care if it's the big stage, the little stage, a stage in that festival. That would be great if they had a little stage for the artists in Vegas, the local artists, the artists that are not so well known as these other artists. They had a stage for that. I'm cool with that. I'll go to the stage, rock that little stage, and do my thing, have my people come see it. Everybody's happy. But they lied. They lied. And I said, okay, so if we're not going to be, if the finalist doesn't win a spot on the festival somewhere, doesn't matter, little stage, big stage, in between acts, whatever, what are they winning? And here was the problem. They said they will be able to perform at our BET Awards weekend event For one, didn't they cancel the BET Awards? I'm not sure. I know they canceled 2 award shows. And I think one of them is BET. So if you're why would I want to go to an event for an event that's no longer an event? I don't think there is a BET Show Award. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I thought I saw something that said that was canceled and some other thing was canceled. So there is no BET Awards. How would I win an event? So now I'm putting $800 in your pocket because I gotta sell tickets for the event on the 23rd, and I gotta sell tickets for the BET Award thing. So now that's $800 in your pocket. I don't get a cut of that. And there's no BET Awards. Correct me if I'm wrong. My boy, DJ Everready from Los Angeles, best international DJ. He's the best DJ in Los Angeles, international DJ, be all over the world. If I wanted to do a BET Awards show event weekend, I'll call him up and I'll get paid to do it. He'll say, Versace, come through. This is where it's at. He hosts all the big events in Los Angeles. And he don't know who you are. You see the problem? So don't go out and either buy the $400 tickets or go out and sell $400 tickets unless you want 5 minutes of fame up on the stage, God knows where. They won't even tell you, unless you agree to sell these tickets, they won't even tell you where the event is. They had no information on that. It's like, are you in or are you not? Are you in or are you not? Trying to give me FOMO. So be careful. If you want your 5 minutes of fame and that's worth $400 to you, go ahead and do it. I've done it 1,000 times, been on stage with artists doing my thing. Very similar to what this festival that I thought this was for. I'm not missing out on nothing. If you really want to do a BET weekend, that's if there even is going to be a BET weekend, y'all better hook up on Instagram with DJ Everready. That's my guy. He'll tell you about an event. He'll get you right. But this Iheart radio event that they did the auditions for in Vegas on August 9th, it's a fraud.